You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibility. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
What's up, YouTube? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Another episode
of One Marriage, Two Hustlers.
We are by ourselves today. No guests today, but
no guests.
Have some more guests coming for you guys.
They coming. And I reached out to some more people. That's couples.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed the last episode.
So we had some powerful couples, man. We had Power Mate. We also had a couple of bites. We had the box truck people.
We had
Greenwood Studios. I mean, come on, man. Talk to your boy. And we got the Gallup. I'm working on the website right now for the Gallup. For those who've been on you ain't gonna know the location if you ain't been on the podcast. But for the people who've been on the podcast, gonna know the location.
Yeah, so you guys will get like an overview video. We'll post. So you guys can check out the highlights and see if anyone wants to be a guest out there. Come on the podcast.
I got my guy working on my song for my podcast. And then hopefully after he finishes, gonna work on something for you. You know what I'm saying? But mine's gonna be so fire because I already know I'm gonna have the lion with the me walking in the studio. I'm sorry. I get hyped.
So crazy.
I get hyped.
He has a vision.
You know what I'm saying?
We feel the vision.
We feel the vision, man. So look, this is the thing though. 2023, we passed quarter number one. We're about 33% in quarter number two. And I want you guys to ask yourself a couple questions, man. Do you feel like you achieving some of your goals right now? I mean, are you so locked in, you feel like you achieving some of your goals? I just really want you guys to ask you guys that question. You know, what have you did that first quarter so that going into the second quarter can be better? You know, some people need to warm up. Some people need to warm up. Some people need to be in the game and warming up for a whole quarter. Some of y'all already knocking down shots. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all are still on the bench looking at everybody else. So if you're going to be on the bench, you might as well get in the stands. You might as well get in the stands, become a fan. We don't even want you on the team. So I'm asking you guys, what are you guys doing? Now, what you say? You like that?
Yep. I like that. Are you on the field, the bench, or in the stands? Wow. We can just end the video. Are you on the field, the bench, or in the stands? Baby.
Because everybody's point of view is different. Let me talk about it real quick. Everybody's point of view is different. The person in the game, he can recognize he playing the game and people looking at him. He in the game. He making moves. He making plays. The person on the bench, he's seeing what he about to do before he even get in. So he get a chance to see what they doing so he can get better. He can have his play ready. And then the person in the stands can't do nothing but watch.
And do this. That's what they love doing. They all the way in the peanut gallery. He should have ran that ball. Man, he should have went this way. Man, he didn't see that boy coming at him. That's a shame. He went straight into him. Shut your ass. Sorry. But those people at the game. Those people.
Know what I'm saying?
I was trying to tell people what they should have been doing, what they could have been doing.
Spectators can't be protectors.
Yep.
Spectators can't be motivators. Yep. It's the person in the game that can make the game change.
If you're in the stands, can you at least move to the bench and get ready to go into the
come on.
Okay, because the time is now. Y'all see how fast the year is moving. So many people have lost the loved ones at the start of this year.
Come on.
And just life is changing and life is moving. You know, life is changing and it's not stopping.
Come on.
I think a lot of times we feel as though we have all the time in the world.
Come on.
But yet God constantly reminds us that we are here on borrowed time. And so we just have to make the best of that time. And to all of you who have lost loved ones in this year, at the beginning of the year, some of you guys did. I know personally, I'm definitely praying for you.
Come on.
Grief is never an easy thing.
Never.
But I encourage you to just draw closer to God, even after all the people are gone, after people stop checking on you. He's gonna be there when nobody else is there.
Come on.
And I know people tell you this, but you don't really feel it until you're by yourself and you feeling like lonely, like nobody's there. That's when you really feel him the most. So definitely just stay connected, stay prayed up, get around some people who are gonna encourage you, uplift you, and love on you.
Come on.
And most importantly, just grieve how you need to grieve. Yeah.
Mm.
So this second quarter, I feel like the start of April was my new year.
Come
I'm gonna say
on.
that for me.
Ooh,
I felt like that was my start.
So you
I felt
took
like
the first quarter off.
I felt like I was warming up.
Oh,
the
you
first
okay?
quarter.
You was warming
I
up.
was doing stuff.
Okay,
I was warming up.
Okay,
But
okay.
now I'm in the second quarter and I'm like on the field making plays. So I was on the bench drawing up my plays, getting stuff set up.
Okay.
You know, but now I'm making plays. And so lots of great things are coming.
You know what? I thought about because it's right. Because your website about to be done.
My cards are getting printed.
Your cards are getting printed up. I mean, now you position yourself to
move into a new era.
Yeah. So then now, and that's why today I finished the other stuff. Like, man, I should have been had this. Now I'm moving to my new season of like structure. My new so you do videos? Yeah. So either you can make your own videos and send them to me. Here's the price. Or you can come work for me. Not work for me. You can work with me. And here's the price. So it's more structure. So I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
You know, because some people, even though I ain't gonna lie, I've been jacking shots. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there, I've been in the game.
Yeah.
I've been out there shooting, knocking some down too. You know what I'm saying? I shot a couple air balls, but guess what? I stayed consistent. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think for me, I had to get out of here. And I had to realize that once here aligns with here, it's over. That's all I need.
So the people who not watching the video and they listening, what are you saying here? Explain it.
Once my mind aligns with my heart,
come on, talk about it.
It's done. There's no, I don't know. Once your mind aligns with your heart, you can do anything.
Come on.
Now, if something not sitting right, your heart not gonna align with it. And so that's what I go off of. It's just, does my heart align with this? Does my mind align with this? Am I focused on this? Do I love this? Is this something I'm passionate about?
Come on.
Does this align with my purpose? Because your purpose got to be here. It can be here. You can have this idea about what you want to do, but if your purpose is not here, you're not going to be passionate about it. And I think one of the biggest things for me was getting over a fear that I never had. Like, I never had this fear, but I think this was a fear I created in my mind. And so that fear was...
You got it your own way.
That fear was public speaking. That was something I created. But when I started to think back, public speaking is something that I've always done. I did it like growing up all through church. I was the president of youth ministry. I was doing all of these things where I had to speak in front of hundreds of people.
Talk about it.
And then for some reason I created this narrative in my head that I'm shy, that I don't want to speak in front of people, that I don't have anything valuable to say. And so I think when I really tapped into my heart and aligned it with my mind, then I started to see I was built for this. This is something that has always been here, and we're all different. So the style that somebody else brings, I'm not going to bring that style, you know? And I think when you stop looking, you stop being in the stands and stop watching everybody around you and just focus on your play and what you're doing, it becomes easy.
Because this is the thing though, because people are always, I had a dude too, he's like, man, I love the way you doing your videos. And I'm like, that's my style. because I don't want to fall into these what you just said, imposter syndrome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you so for some of you know what imposter syndrome is that when you see somebody, you like, man, I want to speak like them. I want to be like them. And you see them, but that's God, like that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? God said everybody got their own DNA. All right. And it's an acronym. It's called You Are Designed to Notice Your Assignment. When you know your assignment, you're not worried about what the next person doing. You know, so now that I'm living totally in my reels, the way I do my reels, my style, my thing is different. It's something I'm bringing, and people are noticing it. They're like, "Wow, it's different. I like it." Oh man, I have one guy. I'm waiting on him. He's supposed to come in to work with me just because of my reels, my style. So if I was trying to be like somebody else and have an imposter syndrome, he probably would have never came to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think that's so important. It's just like figuring out who you really are and what you really want to do, because we spend so much time watching other people that we lose focus on what we have going on. And so I don't ever want to get to a place in my life where I'm worshiping other people more than I worship myself. More than I lift myself up.
Come on.
Like, it's okay to applaud people for what they're doing, but don't get so caught up in what they're doing that you don't do anything.
Come on, talk about it.
Like, find out what you're passionate about and what your heart and your mind aligns with, and focus on that, because that's what's best for you.
Yes.
That's what you were designed to do. Everybody brings something different to the table. That's why I love on my podcast platform bringing on women who are doing great things. Like,
come on.
I love that. I love to see it. I love them to get, all the glory that they deserve and all the praise that they deserve. And it's okay for all of us to sit at the table and be in one room. Do you know how powerful that is to have a group of successful women in one room and everybody's a boss in their own way? I love that. And so that's what I want to continue to do. I'm still going to be doing some solo episodes, but I also want to continue to bring on positive women who are doing positive things, who have stories, goals, and visions that have come to life, and things that they're still currently working on for you guys to see, because that people are out there. Not everybody's in the stands. There's a lot of people out here on this field.
They getting it.
And so that's one of the things that we want to do, is just continue to spotlight people that are doing great things. So if you're a person who we've asked to come on, that's really one of the reasons why we want to bring people on. Maybe we saw something great in you. Maybe you've been avoiding coming on because you don't really know what to expect. But just know it's all positive vibes. It's all good energy. We're not trying to bring any negative energy, but we're just trying to shed light on what you're doing that's positive for the community. And our goal is to get out and network more this year.
Yes.
Collectively and individually. Whether there's men's event, women's event, co-ed events, we kind of want to be in the mix.
Yeah, because we got an event to go to Thursday. We got another event that I'm finna pay for. I think it's on the 26th. It's a Friday night.
Event Sunday.
Yeah, so
we have we're gonna be guest on someone else's podcast in June.
Yeah, June 1st.
And I have another conference I'm going to in July.
That's it, man.
So when you pray and you ask God for something, like, I promise y'all, you don't know how it's gonna come and where it's gonna come from, but people will literally walk to where you are, meet you where you are, and come and bless you and walk away.
Man.
And it's like, wow, dang, God just brought the blessing right here to my lap. I ain't had to do much.
And that's the crazy part. That's why I want you guys, if you're listening to this episode, if you're watching it, I want you guys to really dive in to, like, ask yourself, like, what is my gift? And who do my gifts serve? These are two questions you ask yourself every day. What is my gift and who can I serve, man? Because one thing about serving leadership, it helps you to be able to connect with others. Because who won't accept something that you have when you are serving them? You know what I'm saying? You are giving them 100% you. You are committed to helping somebody become successful. So when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, man, you know what I'm saying? Who do I want to serve? Who do I want to serve? And what's my purpose while I'm here? I just told my uncle today, I said, man, God keep putting in my heart, die empty, Lord. Die empty. Don't, every goal you want to do, every ideal you want to do, release it. Die empty. Die empty. Don't go to the gravesite with those goals, with those ideals. Die empty. Die empty. I told him that today. He was like, man, you care if I preach about it? I don't care if you preach about it. But I'm telling you, die empty. God keep putting in my heart, Lord, die empty. You want to start that business? Go all out. You want to start that clothing line? Go all out. Die empty. You want to write that book? Finish it. Get to the end. You want a children's book? Finish it. Get to the end. Die empty. So if you don't get anything from this episode, just know this. Who are you serving and die empty? You know, some of you guys are so afraid to start your own business. You're so afraid to start your own thing because you're so worried about what the critics gonna say. Listen, a dog can't bark at a dog won't bark at a parked car. As long as you moving, he gonna bark. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna bark. You know, people gonna say it's not possible. You know, I told myself that I wanted to be the first person in my family to write a book, and I did it.
Yep.
I did it. I released it. It's done. You know, that's the things that people need to be locked in when it comes to like right now, when it comes to, this just know, man, you 30% in the second quarter, man. You know, man, you gotta go get it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, lock in on whatever it is. Y'all hear us say that all the time. That's our thing. We always say lock in, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Lock
That's
in.
how we get each other going. Even for when we get ready to do our episodes and record, or we get deals and stuff that we've been wanting, and just seeing all this stuff come to fruition, it's like, let's go. That's my whole thing for this year has been, let's go, let's get it. Because we don't have time to waste. We don't have time to keep dreaming and keep wishing and hoping without doing. Like, there has to be action behind it. And you guys hear us say that all the time. So this is kind of like our second quarter check-in with you guys, just to kind of see where you're at.
Yes, this is video number 13 that we releasing on a Friday.
Because you hear the name One Marriage, Two Hustlers. We're all about you guys out here hustling and bustling and getting it done, but effectively, right?
Effectively.
Not rushing it. You know, when you hear the word hustle, people tend to think like rush, or you're trying to like get over on somebody, but that's not what it means to us. It just means getting it done, right? Getting it done. We opened our studio last year. And God has truly been blessing and doing things. But we were talking before we started recording, we were laughing because we laugh about stuff like this. It doesn't bother us, but we know a lot of people, like, any little thing gets under your skin. And so if any little thing gets under your skin, business might not be for you.
It might not. It might not.
You're going to get offended by every little thing.
Might not.
Or you're going to feel like people not giving you praise and your props. If you don't know what you bring to the table and what value you already have before people tell you, then you already out the game.
See, I'm the person that I'm not bringing up to the table because I'm bringing my own table anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're bringing the whole table. But this is the thing. People in your family.
Come on,
be careful.
about it.
I'm not telling you because I know a lot of people have
Talk
people that
about
really
it.
support them. But people in your family, just be careful, like, on how much advice and information you take from them, especially when they're not doing what you're doing. Just stay in your lane and keep doing what you're doing. God's going to do the rest. Because what's for you is what's for you. Just because somebody's doing something a certain way and they're successful at it doesn't mean you have to change what you're doing.
Come on.
To do it that way.
Talk about
because your family said, oh, so-and-so's doing it that way.
Who cares?
And they're doing this. You don't have to do that. Just continue to do what you're doing, and your blessings are going to come, and your blessings are your blessings.
So this is the thing. So you got a person that's sitting on the sideline right now. And matter of fact, they in the stands, but they like, man, I'm good enough to go down the field or play on the team. What kind of advice do you give them so they can start running the plays? They can start getting on hey, coach, let me try out. Like, what kind of advice do you give people to practice?
I say practice.
Practice.
Act like you already got it. Act like you already in the game.
Come on. Come on.
Start creating a routine like you're already doing what it is that you're focused on. start playing the game of life like you're already in the game. Like, mimic everything.
Come on.
Change it up to fit you. If you see a play's not working, oh, I could tweak that and do this.
Come on.
Like, that's the only way you're gonna stand out. We don't stand out by doing something exactly like the people that are already on the field is doing it. It's like taking what they're giving you and making it your own.
Man, that's good.
Right.
And
Take it and make it your own.
because I tell people, like, how you got good in basketball? I said, because I used to play with a hanger and a sock in my room. That when I grew up, they didn't have like now you can go actually buy the basketball goal. I got one in my house right now. But I used to grow up. That's probably why I got that goal that's sitting downstairs. I used to have me and my uncle. My uncle's 5 years older than me. We used to have a sock, and we used to put a hanger, bend the hanger, and we used to play basketball in the room for hours. And so the same way I used to envision shooting that basketball, when I went to the playground, I did it the same thing. And that's how it worked out. It was crazy, though.
Practice, because practice makes perfect. That's one thing that I'm focused on with my podcast. I'm like, just keep going, just keep recording. It doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you repeating yourself sometimes. Like, just keep going. You're only gonna get better. But if you stop, you're not. It's kind of like it's a routine you're creating for yourself. Anybody, when you first start something, you look back and you're like, what was I doing? Because you continuously develop and grow along the way, and things start to change. You start to evolve. You start to learn more information.
Come on.
That's why it's so important to invest in your craft.
Yes.
So if you're good at something, you're doing it every year. You should be attending some type of conference,
Something.
networking with people that are doing what you're doing. Like, just to learn more and to get better and perfect your craft. Like, you can never and you should never stop learning.
The minute you stop learning is the minute you stop earning. And I tell people on a daily basis, man, you should be trying to read some information, listen to something. Like, I'm driving here to the studio every day, I'm listening to something positive, some positive reinforcement, something to tell me, man, you can get it, man. You're on your grind, man. It's showtime, man. Nothing stop me. You know what I'm saying? Then I get here and I start being consistent. I'm like, man, who can I text today to come on a podcast? You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me text these people. Oh, man, I could be there. Where your studio at? Oh, man, I can't come to this day. Oh, man, but okay, what videos can I make? Okay, I told myself, I said, God, I want to line this thing up so that I'm releasing 3 to 5 videos a day by the end of the year. 3 to 5 videos, clips. I'm not talking about podcasts, like full podcasts. I want to get in routine where I'm doing at least 3 podcasts a week. But I'm also doing 3 to 5 reels a day of information to flood the market, because we want to die empty, man. I'm telling you. My mom died at 50. How old was your mom when she died?
41.
Wow. Think about that. I don't think we time. We don't know when it's our time to go.
Right.
We just don't know, man. It's like, woo, your mom died at 41. My mom died at 50. This is just crazy.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and they both died of sickness. Something that you just
unexpected, right?
Yeah.
Something that happens that's unexpected.
Yes. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, I was telling someone that today because we share the same birthday, and she's like, I'm not really excited about my birthday. I struggle with abandonment issues, so she's like scared to plan something because she's scared people are not gonna show up, so she want to just be alone. She don't want to feel like basically people abandon me. And so I'm like, I understand. I said, but I spoke life into her and she was just like, you know what, you're right. And I said, we just have to be grateful for every day. I said, how old are you turning? She told me, and I said, be grateful. I said, you're doing great. Like, for your age, there's people that still live with their parents. There's people that don't have a car. There's people that don't have a job. They don't take care of themselves.
Come on.
She's turning 26 and, she's going to be doing all these great things. And I love that for her, and I'm like, love that for yourself. Pat yourself on the back because you're carrying a big weight and you handling it well, and you're only going to grow. You're only going to get better. And she was like, you know what? You're right. I said, I'm going to tell you a story. I said, well, it's not really a story, but it's true. I saw it on the news yesterday. The bride that just got married. You seen that? So she got married on the beach.
Okay.
Her and her husband.
Okay.
And two of the people in the wedding party were driving the golf cart back to where they were staying at. Because they got married on the beach.
I got
driving the golf cart back. Somebody comes intoxicated, barreling down the street at 80 miles an hour. So they were leaving the beach area.
The bride died?
Going back. She died. And the groom is in critical condition.
Oh, so somebody was driving them back. The bride and the groom on the golf cart.
On the golf cart.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. That's why
I'm saying life is just so. She was like, "What?" I said she was 26.
Crazy.
But I was just saying, I said all that to say, like, celebrate. Like I used to celebrate my birthday every year, but I think the past like 4 years, I never wanted to like celebrate big. I'd be like, "Oh, babe, let's go here, let's go there," which we still do because I love doing that. But it's like I need to be excited about my birthday because it's like a big thing. We need to start being excited about our birthdays. Even if you're not a party person, I think you should still be excited because it's just another year, another journey to embrace and just be grateful because somebody didn't make it to that age.
They didn't make it.
And so I think we have to just learn how to be grateful and not be so self-centered all the time.
Well, you need to get turned up. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought that was finished? We need to get turned up, man. God. You need to get man. You need to get turned up. Listen, man, listen. I'm just, man, I wanted it to be not a sad episode, but an episode that can truly speak to you guys, man. You know, you don't really know who you impact until they tell you.
True.
My friend said the other day, he said, man, I started making videos because of you, but I haven't released them yet.
Release them.
You know what I'm saying?
What you waiting
And
on?
I'm like, that's crazy because you don't really know what people looking at. That's why it's so important that
keep going.
You just keep going, man.
Persevere.
Keep going. I told my wife, I said, oh, this couple came on, man. I said, I'm about to close the deal. And guess what? We closed the deal. I mean, it's just believing in your own truth and believing that you can get it done. There's another goal I told my wife, I said, man, we're going to have X amount of people by the end of this year that we help do websites. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got to believe it. You got to know it's coming. You know, the problem is some of you guys are trying to wait till it come. It ain't going to come if you don't even already see yourself there. So I'm like, you have to believe it, man. And if you and some of you need to go hard at it. You can't go half-ass at it. Because if you go a little bit, you ain't going to get the success you're looking for. That same energy you put into your job, the same energy you put into your kids, the same energy you put into your mom or your spouse, you need to put all that same type of energy inside of your ideals, your vision, and the things you need to do. Anything else you want to tell the people?
No, get to it, y'all. We're in the second quarter. We got to turn it up. Also, too, if you have been working hard, I need you somewhere in this year to plan you a vacation.
Uh-oh.
Whether it's a staycation, whether it's a road trip, something. A weekend, 2 days. Start budgeting for something because you deserve it. And I think what vacations do, I know for us, sometimes it's not only for fun for us. Because we do our vision trip at the end of the year. Y'all know that. We talked about it. But not all vacations are for fun. It's kind of like for a reset. Sometimes your body just need a reset. And so it's good to just reset and just refocus and come back and get back to the grind. So definitely squeeze that into your year, your yearly plans. If you're making big transitions, we're praying for you. We're praying with you.
Come on.
God has you covered, and just keep that faith over that fear.
And God said, and I told my uncle this today too before we closed out. I said, God showed me something. He said, some people praying for you, but a lot of people praying up on you.
Or against
Be careful. Up on you means against you.
Yeah.
They praying up on you like, I wish they don't do that good.
They talking.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
they talking.
Just know that it's your vision and nobody gonna see it like you see it.
Yep.
Listen, keep watching us like you watch TV. Not only would you watch your income grow, but your relationship will grow. We see you in the next video.
Peace.
You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibility. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, 'cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Don't forget to follow us on all platforms.